Hi, my name is Carina and welcome to the Carina Chronicles. In this reading vlog, I'm going to start to reread one of my favorite books ever. It's more than 1,000 pages, so I don't know if I will finish, but I'm also going to start my advent calendar, like bookish advent calendar. So we have plenty of things to look forward to in this vlog. And also, rereading a favorite is always very fun. So bear with me. Last reading vlog didn't really end on a happy note because I was reading Garden's Delight. I really hated it. And I was like, I need to finish it or I will DNF it, but I couldn't. I just couldn't. But I am going to now. Like, I decided November is already lost. I'm going to spend November on this, but the 1st of December, I'm going to start A Dance with Dragons. And the 1st of December is like halfway through this reading vlog, so it's going to be interesting. I don't have that much reading time this week, but we'll see. I am excited. I am very excited. Can you tell? I'm very excited. Finally finishing this series again, because I already read them, but in Dutch. And now I'm reading them in English.
Hi. I'm a bit nervous because it's the first advent calendar thingy that I'm going to open, because it's the 1st of December today. I have 7, so it will not be every day, but once in 3 days. And I'm kind of nervous because they're Bookish Goods, so that's always nice. Oh, it's a little bit see-through. I think it's a bookmark. But I am a bit nervous because I am not really the person for goodies. So why did I buy this? Well, there are 7 in here and I know there is a book sleeve and a mug. And those 2 things I do really like. So I thought this would be nice. And I also like bookmarks, so maybe this one is also still very nice. And of course, presents are always nice to unwrap. So this one is number 1, as you probably saw. Yeah, it's a bookmark. It feels solid. That is already something. Oh, that one is so pretty. Wow. That one is really pretty. I'm really happy with it. Nice. I will leave the information of the person where I bought this. I think it's Bookish Goods or something. I will leave it down below, but this one is really pretty. I'm really happy. I do use bookmarks and this one is really cute and pretty and perfect for winter. Maybe I'm going to use this all of winter. Well, like December. It's really nice.
Hi. I am going to warn you, there will be no reading in this reading vlog. This is the busiest week we have at my job. I knew that in advance, but there's no reading involved. There's just no reading involved this week. Now you know, I do have a very big unboxing coming now. So I think that will help to entertain you as well. Just so you know. I just changed my thumbnail as well, because I had like a thumbnail with a book with Dance with Dragons, but I'm not going to read the Dance with Dragons. Maybe a few pages, but not enough to update you. So, no reading. Just a few updates. First of all, I promised some friends that apparently watch these videos. I didn't know. I promised to tell you that the nice warm thingies on my feet that I recommended you to buy as well are broken in like 1 week and very much broken, and I need to send them back because this is not normal and my feet get wet now, but it's so warm and soft that I can't. But I need to. I know I need to, so I'm going to do it. Made in China, it says. Well, obviously. So that is a shame. I need to admit that is a shame. It's still warm though, but I am going to send them back. Then, something else I wanted to say I once recommended those book wallets, novel wallets, wallets that look like books, and there are classics on there, and they are really pretty. It's like Jane Austen, Emily Bronte, all those classics with their original covers and sometimes also special editions in wallet form. It's a perfect gift for a book lover, but it's also, this is not sponsored by the way, not really. It's a perfect gift, but also for yourself. I mean, I need a new wallet, and I am like, maybe I'm going to buy this. But then I feel like, I don't need a wallet, and I don't do it. Anyway, I have a link in my description box. If you use that, you can get a discount. And if you do that, I get a discount as well. So in that way you can support me. And the first person actually did that, from which I got a notification. So thank you. And I thought this was a good reminder for me to remind you to check out the links I have in my description box, because sometimes there's a discount for you, and that is nice. That is the first thing I wanted to say. And now I'm going to show you a million of books. So something crazy happened. I don't know if this is normal in other countries as well, but in the Netherlands it's quite normal for a job or a boss or an employee to no, not an employee, an employer, to give their employees a Christmas box, is how it's called. And it's really dependent on what kind of company it is, how big this box is. Like my dad used to get this enormous box with food and drinks and snacks, and then like a coupon for an activity with the family or something. But sometimes you also get, like last year, the company I worked at, we got an Christmas hat, which is, well, it just differs where you are working at. But the bookstore I work at, it was known that you often get like 20 euros or maybe a little bit more book coupon. So from which you can buy books and some snacks. And we don't get it with Christmas, but a holiday that we celebrate in the Netherlands only, which is quite similar in some ways. And it's the beginning of December and it's the busiest time in the bookstore. So that is when we get those gift box. And I was preparing to I knew that I was going to get this book coupon. So I wanted to buy books from it. And I wanted it to be books that reminded me of the bookstore, because I don't like that they give coupons. I would like to have like real gifts, if you know what I mean. So I was just going to exchange them immediately for books that could have been in a box if they gifted it to me. So books that were really popular last year that we really are recommending to our customers, and I should be reading myself as well. So I was preparing for all kinds of amounts. So I was like, okay, if I get 15 euros, I will buy this book. If I get 20 euros, I will buy that book instead. Because I wanted to spend all the money, but not go over it, because then I needed to pay it myself, and also not under it, because then you have money left. So I made all these combinations, and I was just really excited to see how much money it would be. But then apparently people really complained about how little was gifted last few years. So they decided to give the full-time employees, which I am part of, 150 euros, which is incredible, in book coupons. It wasn't even only for books, but I just pretended it was, because otherwise it feels like a random bonus that you're not going to use for anything. So I was like, no, that doesn't work. Then it's still no gift. So I pretended it was a book gift, and I could go shopping for the first time in my life, I think, without really a limit. with no budget. I had a budget, but it was sky high. I never had that. I know I'm very privileged to say this. I know. I know it's also really annoying to hear this if you don't have the money to do this. I am sorry. I just want to share my happiness about this. I was so extremely happy to, for once, go shopping for books without limitation. It was just so much fun. And if you really are in need of a book, please just participate in my giveaway that I will post in a few weeks. 3 weeks, I think. I'm giving away 5 books of your own choice, and maybe you're one lucky person that gets it for free. I really hope I can give that to you. But for me, this was a very nice gift. I will show you pictures now, 2 or 3 pictures of what I bought. I bought 5 books. I limited myself to 5 books. I have money left. I will spend it one day. There's no hurry. I limited myself to 5 books because I was like, with this amount of money, I could buy 15 English books, but that only gives you more pressure because that only adds to your TBR, and there's no way I'm going to read them ever. So I bought 5 books, and I bought a magazine with Christmas recipes because I really like to cook, and I also do that together with my boyfriend. Around Christmas we make a dinner together, and I thought it would be nice to this time not Google it or get it out of our older cookbooks, but just have a new magazine with new recipes and make a menu out of it. So 5 books and a magazine. The magazine I'm not going to show to you, it's just on the picture. But the 5 books I'm going to haul now and show you, and I'm going to tell why I chose those 5, because they all have their own reasons. So, big Christmas unboxing in some way. So the first one is probably the least interesting one for you. It's a paperback that I bought because I am going to a talk of this author. He is going through the Netherlands on a tour to talk about his new book. And he's also coming to our bookstore, and usually my manager goes to these talks because that is part of his job. But he's not available on this day. So he asked me to cover up for him. And I felt weird to go to this to this talk without knowing anything about the book. And it's also about Ukraine and the war right now. So I think that is useful for me as well. It's called 3 zakken dameskleding, 2 cakes Kiev en een sniper. By Jaap Scholten. So, yeah. It is about the war, and it is about a city that has been occupied by the Russians, but not anymore. He published this quite fast, I would say, and I am very interested in what he has to say about it. So, that is nice. I don't think I'll be able to read this before I go to his talk, but at least I can now read a few pages, read the synopsis, and know a little bit more what it is about, actually. The next one is a book that we recommend a lot in the bookstore. You have the book Where the Crawdads Sing. I talked a lot about it. That is a book that we sell so much. There are so many copies that we sell per day. Okay, it's getting a little bit less now, but it has been for 2 years the book that we sold most every day. And there's now a book out that people say it has kind of similar vibes, and it is at least just as easy to read as Where the Crawdads Sing, and a very broad audience that likes this book. And we recommend it to so many people. I felt the need to read it myself so that I can recommend it with a little bit more of easy feeling. Like, okay, I like this book, or I know what is to like about this book without just recommending it. And it helps that it is also very extremely pretty. So let me check what the English title was again, because it is a translation. The Whalebone Theatre by Joanna Quinn. And it looks like this. It is a hardcover. It is already pretty on the outside, but the naked cover is the most beautiful. Look at this. And it also feels really nice. And there's also a very nice drawing inside. So this is all awesome. Same vibes as Where the Crawdads Sing. And it takes place in interbellum. So we'll see if I like that. It's at least pretty and I want to know what I recommend. I just told a very enthusiastic story about a book and then it apparently didn't film, so I'm going to try again. The next book that I wanted to talk about is Het lied van Ooievaar en Dromedaris by Anjet Daanje. This book is, in my opinion, from the outside, not worth the money. This book is one of the most expensive books I've ever bought. And it has a lot of pages, so that helps. But I think a lot of people agreed with me because this won a prize as most bought book with book coupons. So a lot of people actually thought, okay, I am not going to spend my money on this, but if I have money that can only be used for books, it doesn't really matter how I spend it, and then I want to try this. A lot of people loved it. Her writing style is very famous. Like, people really, really enjoyed her previous books. And this one, it was just sold out every time when we got it back. So, like, we got the books and in 2 weeks they were sold out and they were reprinted and we needed to wait. There are already quite some prints while it was published this year. So, I am very excited about it. And I'm really happy that I own this book and I hope that I will really love it because then I have quite some books by her that I can now start to read. Because she already wrote quite some different books that are very high praised. So very happy that I own this and I hope to get to it soon. But it's 700 pages of Dutch literature, so it is a little bit scary. And the next one is the only one that was actually on my TBR. Well, on Goodreads it wasn't even on my TBR, but on my written down TBR it was. The only one of these 5. Although these other books I really wanted to read, they were all books that I wanted to read because I've heard so many good things about them since I work in a bookstore. So I think they are perfect gifts in a Christmas box for my bookstore. So they fitted like that I got it now from the money from my bookstore. Because if I'm going to buy my whole TBR, it will cost me $1 million, and I can continue and it doesn't feel special anymore in some way. So I wanted to buy books that had some meaning. But I also wanted to buy one book that was already on my TBR, especially an English one, because I kind of made sure that our bookstore, our department has more English now, more English literature and YA as well, more fantasy. So I wanted to buy one to support that because then we sold one more book in this genre, and because I think I deserved like one book that actually was on my TBR. And that one became Daughter of the Pirate King by Tricia Levenseller. I've heard great things. I also think this is not per se for me, but I love the cover so much. And it is a fantasy, but a quick one. And I just needed that. And I just love the cover too much. I wanted to get into the hype, you know. And I love pirates. So there's a lot of good things in here. I also wanted to read something by Tricia Levenseller because I've heard so many great things about her work. Yeah, so this is the only one that was on my TBR already, and I'm very happy that I have it and that we sold it actually, because that is also something that was not like, I didn't take it for granted that we sell so many popular titles now. And as the last one, I wanted to buy one special limited edition. Is it even limited or is it just a special edition? I don't even know. But I just wanted to buy something of which I like the genre, and there are a lot of very pretty Dutch special editions coming out now, a lot, and I never buy them because they're expensive. So I was like, okay, I can buy one that is out now because it fits on my gift list, and I chose one that is extremely pretty and translated from German, but it's now also translated into English and Dutch. I have it in Dutch. It is Maxton Hall College by Mona Kasten. And in German and in English, it's called Save Me, which actually sounds less appealing than Maxton Hall College, in my opinion. It says, Dark Academia must read. Our theme with our book club at the moment is Dark Academia. But this is pretty. This is extremely pretty. And the inside is a little bit hard to show, but is leather. It's maybe fake leather, I think it is, but it feels like real. And it's different than just a naked cover that is a little bit, no hard cover, but soft on touch. This is just leather feeling, like you have a very old book. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Don't know actually what it is about, but it's Dark Academia. It's popular now. It's a special edition. It fitted this list. And with that, I think I've bought enough books for the coming time, at least. I am so happy with these books. You have no idea. I usually only buy the books that are like the next on my TBR list. Literally ever. The only time I don't do that is with book clubs, or now with this project that I made, that I read the favorite books of my friends and family. Then I buy other books, but they're also chosen by other people. And with book clubs, kind of the same. And when I went shopping with this friend and we chose a book for each other because we couldn't choose, those are the only times I didn't just buy the next book on my list. And it was very nice to, for once, go shopping with a very high budget. I mean, I had plenty to buy 5 books. I just wanted 5 books, and I didn't need to look at the prices of those books to be able to buy 5, no matter which ones. And just buy 5 books that for some reason I really needed to read for, and thought of often like, oh, I wish I would have read that already. And that was just so nice. And I'm also very happy with the bookmark in the advent calendar. It was really nice as well. And furthermore, I'm a little bit sad that I couldn't read, but this week is just the busiest week. After this it will get better. So I will just start in A Dance with Dragons. Next week also the readathon starts. I think it won't be in the next reading vlog yet, but the readathon will start. So that is nice. So a lot of cool things coming, and more reading is definitely coming. But this week was just too hectic for it. At least I bought a lot of books. I hope you liked that as well. Please let me know down in the comments below what your latest book purchase was. I'm really excited to know. And I hope you liked the video. And if you did, please leave a like. If you subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell, you will be notified whenever I post a new video. I hope you'll have a lovely day. filled with books, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye! I always feel a little bit ashamed when I buy so many books in one video, but you need to understand that it's really the only thing I spend a lot of money on, and I'm sorry for it, but it makes for content as well.